When I'm even seeing the videos of you from like 3-4 years ago, it feels like a little bit different level of energy.
I mean, I was nuts. I was nuts. See, but that's the thing. Like, around that time, I was still in my ways, lost in my ways. I was off of drugs, tripping off of people, set tripping and all that shit. But so now it's gradually changing, you know what I mean? But like I said, if I have an encounter with somebody, immediately I'm not thinking about nothing like that. Even like, well, my kids and like, you know what I mean? That's why it's like, my kids used to roll around with me and shit. I'll tell my baby mama, like, you gotta be the one to watch and shit. You know what I mean? You gotta be the one to calm me down or whatever, because I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about that shit. And I guess that's just because of the way they were when I was young. You know what I mean? My dad and my cousins and shit, like, yeah, we got the kids in the car.
You seen your dad have like a road rage incident?
What? My dad was chasing this. Okay. My dad had got into it with one of his enemies and shit. I'm in the car seat as a baby, you know. My mom's telling him, "Stop, motherfucker." My dad's chasing this fool, ramming his car, boom, boom, trying to kill him and shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because that's just the way he was fucking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, the way his parents were when he was young and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a very fucking very fucked up situation, dog. When you're living with somebody who's like that, you know.
I was reading an article about a guy who ended up getting like life or some shit because he gets in a fucking shootout on the highway and ends up killing the kid that was in the fucking car seat of his enemy's car or whatever. And I remember reading that, and I'm glad that I'm 40 years old, because I read that and I was like, you know what? If I ever end up in a situation that's even close to that, I'm gonna be a total fucking bitch, and I'm gonna get my ass out of there and just drive away and not try to stand on nothing. Like, I will do whatever hoe ass shit I need to do. And hey, maybe if it comes down to it, you could clean it up at some point, like, you know, take care of it a different way. But when it comes to my kid being involved, whatever. You take my pride, throw it in the fucking garbage can. I'll do whatever to be able to like make sure that my kid's safe.
That's why I keep the people around me who I do. You know what I mean? I keep my manager Ocho with me. I keep my wife with me, because they're the ones that are gonna tell me, like, you know, check it out. It's not that important right now, you know. And I'll argue with them like, nah, f that, you know. But no, you know, at the end of the day, I listen to them because they're the ones that are thinking right, and I'm not. I know that. You know what I mean? I know the way I am. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? So
when did you start getting locked up, though, when you were younger? How old were you?
13.
13. What was that charge?
It was possession of vandalism tools, vandalizing, and burglary tools, I think.
You doing graffiti or? Yeah,
I was hitting up the hood and shit like that. And then I just got right back out on house arrest. And then 15 is when I went to jail and like did time and shit. For a gun.
For a gun. And how did that change you? How did it impact you?
I liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying about the guy in the liquor store with nothing to lose. You were him at one point.
Hell yeah, I was. Hell yeah, I was. Definitely was.
What was it about the jail environment that was fun to you?
It was just, okay, as a kid, it's like it's a whole facility full of juvenile delinquents, you know what I mean? Everybody's banging their hood. They want to make their hood fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I come into the unit, it's like, Puente's here, you know what I mean? Puente's in the house, Ballista's here. I'm going to show them how we do it, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much why I liked it so much.
Definitely. So in the jail situation for you, it's like everybody's gangs matter a lot, but then once you get to prison and shit, that stuff matters less?
Nah, I'm talking about as a kid.
Right, because in the juvenile shit, it's got to be really cracking, right?
Yeah, juvenile hall, it ain't no, there ain't no rules. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So, okay, like, at what point during all of this do you start to think about the rap shit?
Okay, I made a few songs in juvenile hall. I was rapping, but I never thought about it as a career, you know what I mean? I just thought like I would make some songs that I could bump, me and my homies could bump in the hood and shit, you know? But when I became an adult, I did a prison term, and homies were telling me like, fool, your shit's hard, like you could make some money, fool. And I'm like, nah, you think so? Like, yeah, we'll see. Then I met my manager through my homegirl from the hood. And I seen his other artists like King Most Wanted and shit that he was getting them popping, like making them money. I was like, oh shit.
Like, you speak super highly of the Ocho guy, and like,
Man,
like you would not be where you're at career wise if it wasn't for him.
hell no. That fool's done a lot for me, dog. He's if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't give a fuck about my life still. You know what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much that's where I was at, dog. You know, when you don't care about your life, how are you gonna care about somebody else's life? So, what I did not give a fuck about my life, that man made me give a fuck about he showed me that my life could actually be something worth giving a fuck about, you know?
That's dope.
And then not only was he telling me about it, he was showing me, you know what I'm saying? And that's what changed it a lot. That's probably why why you see the difference in the videos and shit, like, you know what I mean? That's probably where I'm at right now because of him, for sure.